Hey, what's up? So I'm gonna show you how to make a cream for that rash. Or skin condition. I'm gonna grab my ingredients. Okay, so I got my list of ingredients here. It, mm, and I everything I use is organic. Um, Comes from organic sources. And it's therapeutic grade. Like, I do use essential oils, but they're therapeutic grade. They're not fragrance grade, and that makes like a drastic difference. If you use fragrance grade essential oils, you will probably have side effects that are not beneficial for your condition. All right, and so you can see everything. Like the coconut oil that I'm using is cold pressed and organic. It needs to be cold pressed so that it maintains the minerals. And I'm using beeswax in it. That is also cosmetic grade. It's organic beeswax, and it's you can eat this. Here's what it says. Filtered grade A pellets, premium quality cosmetic triple filtered grade A pellets. It's 100% pure and organic. Organic beeswax pellets are very easy to use and melt. No large blocks of beeswax to cut. Rich in vitamin A, which aids in cell turnover and reduces wrinkles and age spots while moisturizing your skin without clogging up your pores. All right, now, so you're gonna want to get like really high quality ingredients. Like my Lang Lang is USDA organic. Sorry, I do a little bit of meditating, so my camera might pulse and stuff like that. I got high energy. I do a lot of chi work. But my bentonite clay is organic. And so let me go through the list of what we're gonna need. All right, we're gonna need grapeseed oil. All right, I got organic grapeseed oil right here. Coconut oil, beeswax, bentonite clay, and then those are the base oil. That's the base of it. And then we got clove, rosemary, lavender, lang lang, myrrh, and frankincense and myrrh, and eucalyptus oil. All right, and all of those have to be therapeutic grade essential oils, because if you substitute for fragrance grade essential oils, like I said, you're going to have bad side effects. Like, the ingredients make your product, and so it's pretty expensive, honestly, to get all the ingredients you need to get started. But I will send you some pictures and actually show you how it turns out, like how it turned out for my aunt, and how bad her rash was, and how quick it got rid of it. Because within one day, like, her pain was entirely gone. And she had no more itching, no more pain, and it slowly reduced down, or pretty rapidly reduced down, because within a week her skin was back to normal. You couldn't even tell she had a rash at all. It actually looked better than it looked before. All right, and I've been making these lotions for about 10 years now. Different kinds for different things going on with different people, because I practice massage therapy and neuromuscular therapy, and so I don't really measure my ingredients, but I do got a measuring cup here for this, and I'll try to get it as close as I can for you. All right, so this is 1/4 of a cup beeswax. I'm gonna put it in here and we're gonna see how it looks. All right, because this jar here is, I'm not sure how many ounces, but like I got little hands for a man, and you know, it's like just that size of a mason jar. It's not one of the really big ones or anything, but yeah, that's about right. I want to say just a tiny little bit more. So a nice full 1/4 of a cup's worth of beeswax, all right, in your jar. You want it to basically sit on the bottom. Here, let me try to make it even. About that far, all right, for your jar. And that's going to make this into a cream. All right. And since this is cold pressed coconut oil, the way that I like to do this is I like to melt this on the stove, and I use a double boiler. All right, so I'm going to grab a pan. Put some water in my pan. Alright, got some water in my pan here. I got the jar with the beeswax in the pan, so you can see this. Alright, now I'm going to put it on the stove, and I'm going to put it on high so that we can get this melted pretty quick. Alright, and so I'm going to melt this the beeswax first, and then I add the coconut oil, okay? And the reason I add the coconut oil in afterwards is because it's just kind of a lot of heat to add to it, and that's really why you want the cold press, because you're the first person who's going to really refine this with heat, and the last. And so you're getting it at the highest quality you can. Spoon for the coconut oil, and bentonite clay. Now, working with bentonite clay, you need a wooden instrument or a plastic instrument. So I got 2 wooden spoons here for after I get finished with my when I add the bentonite clay to it, because if you add metal to your bentonite clay, it's going to reverse the polarities of it, I guess, or it's going to start pulling in the metals, and you don't want the metals going into your product. You want this to be able to like draw stuff out of you, you know, and yeah, bentonite clay is great for that. Alright, so I'm going to start grabbing the essential oils. Alright, so lavender. This is therapeutic grade. GMC S tested. 100% natural essential oil. Yep, and therapeutic grade. Everything you're going to want to use, you're going to want to have therapeutic grade. And this is also cruelty free. No synthetic ingredients. So this is, and it's third party tested. So, yep, highest quality. This is Guru Nada for this. This was the cheapest one I could find for the lavender. And since I made this ingredient from the first time, I've actually gotten some more oils that I can use that will actually make this work better. Alright, and so I'm going to add that to this, but the original ingredients that I used for my aunt the very first time was just the grapeseed oil, which is right here, the coconut oil, the beeswax, the bentonite clay, clove essential oil, rosemary, lavender, lang lang, frankincense, myrrh, and eucalyptus. Okay, but I have jojoba oil here, and a jojoba oil actually resembles the human sweat, the sebum, really good. It's like almost identical. So it actually draws the medicine in to your skin, I think like 6 layers of cells deep, like instantly. Like as soon as it touches your skin, it brings that medicine in. And so we're gonna add some jojoba oil to this because it's gonna increase, like it's gonna make it more beneficial. All right. My myrrh right here. It's therapeutic grade essential oil. Myrrh. My frankincense. This is a therapeutic grade right here. Frankincense. And the quality, I'm going to just reiterate, the quality of your ingredients is going to make your product. Like if you buy something that is not of the right caliber or quality, then you are going to probably cause yourself a worse situation than you're in right now. Especially if you have allergic reactions to it, you're not getting the medicinal benefits if you're using fragrance quality essential oils. They need to be therapeutic grade for you to get the medicinal benefits. And here's the eucalyptus. So both of these were by the same company, Guru Nanda. All right, and then we got the Lang Lang here. It's organic. Like everything I use high quality for that reason. Now what is this here? Oh yeah, and I got some vitamin E oil now, and this is unrefined and organic vitamin E oil, and it is 75,000 IU. It's very pure vitamin E oil. And I'm going to let you read on there. It's unrefined and organic. Vitamin E oil is extremely good for healing the skin. All right. And so we're going to add a little bit of this to it as well. And I got to find my clove because clove is important for this, and the rosemary. So let's find that. It's peppermint. And my clove oil is almost gone because I use this in so many products. It like works really good for pain, right? And this is another product by Nada. So these are all like $5 a piece for those bottles. And here's the rosemary. So that's $20 worth of products right here, roughly. And we're still waiting on the beeswax to melt. So this is about $20 of products right here, just for these 4 essential oils, if you can find them, by Guru Nanda. All right, and this right here, the bentonite clay, was, I believe, like $30 a jar. So between like $20 and $30 for the jar of bentonite clay. And you're gonna want to get, like, this is a really good company to go with, Maliviera. And I was recommended this by one of my naturopathic doctors, like to go with this brand. And so yeah, you can take a look at it so that you can see, you know, what I'm working with. In this jar of vitamin E oil, since it's so big, I think it was like 60 or 70 bucks or something like that. So you don't have to buy a jar this big. And the grapeseed oil, this one here was, I think it was like $17 or so. And then the frankincense that I used, I think this bottle was like 50 or 60 bucks. Maybe more. It might have been closer to 100 for the frankincense. But you don't have to buy a jar this big. You just need the high grade, high quality ingredients. Alright, now That's boiling really good. The myrrh, this was I think like 30 or 40 bucks for the myrrh, and it needs to be therapeutic grade. And the Lang Lang, this bottle here I think was like 40 or $50 for the Lang Lang. It might have been more for this bottle, but you can get smaller bottles. Then the coconut oil, cold pressed organic, I think this was like $20 for this jar, or 30, between 20 and like 35, somewhere like that, because I've had it for a little while now for this. And the beeswax was, I think this was about $25 for this box, or maybe like 30 or 40 bucks or something like that for this box, because I got a really good deal. It was on sale when I bought it, for that beeswax. So yeah, it's not really cheap to make this product, but since I do massage therapy, I buy my ingredients and I whip them up in. Alright, it's really melting down nicely, but it's still got a little ways to go, so we're gonna give it a moment. I'm actually, since it's so close to being done, I'm gonna take the camera over here and see if I can set it somewhere for you so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm gonna add the coconut oil to the beeswax now. Alright. Sorry, I don't know the exact size of this jar. Yeah, the coconut oils, or not the coconut oil, but the beeswax is melted down really nicely now. And so I'm going to add the coconut oil. And coconut oil, like this stuff here, isn't necessarily like the best thing for your skin per se, like your facial skin, but it's great on the body. But my aunt, she had it on her face, and this is what I used at the time, and it worked great for her. So but she's 95 years old. She's 95, and it happened to her earlier this year. I'll post pictures in the comment section where I'm posting this video, so that you can see what's going on with her, or so you can see what happened with her. But she recovered really fast, and at her age, and she has like no allergies to any of these ingredients, like no allergies that they even know of. And so that's one thing. If you have allergies to any of these ingredients, it can very well, like, you might just not want to use this recipe. But if you don't have allergies, then this will work great. And if you do have allergies too, like when I was in college, I learned there that a lot of the time, if you're using the actual therapeutic grade essential oils, you probably don't even have honest allergy to what you think you have an allergy to. It's probably because it's just the fragrance grade with the essential oils. But I'm not a doctor, so you're going to want to consult like an actual doctor before you go with that. And the reason why she went with my product is because they were offering her steroids and different stuff, and she just didn't want to take them. And they gave her something the day before, because she's in a nursing home, and it made it a lot worse. And she didn't want their medicine, and so I just kind of took it upon myself to make her some, and she totally went for it because it was natural and from the earth. And it worked for her super fast, and she actually looks better afterwards than she looked before, because there's so many like high quality skin improving ingredients. Alright, so that's, let me get a better spoon, because this is kind of hard. Alright, and I'll show you what this is going to look like afterwards, because I'm not measuring this. I've been doing this for so many years now, I kind of just got a feel for what it's going to need, so it turns into a cream at the end of the day. And that's something that I just learned over years of experience, and I never really measured too much. I do with the essential oils. I count the drops that I'm using, or I count like the amount of drippers that I'm using for certain ingredients, because some are more powerful than others. But other than that, like for this, I don't. So this is a good amount of coconut oil for this, because it's going to melt down to about here, I want to say. So the coconut oil is going to melt down to about there. Alright, and I'm going to use, actually I'm just going to put a little bit more of this in here, because I'm almost out of grapeseed oil. You should probably buy a bigger jar of grapeseed oil than the one I got, and the one that I got was extremely expensive. Like, I can't remember how much this was at the end of the day. I think this was like 40 bucks almost, like 35, 40 bucks, something between there, to be honest, because this was like overpriced, but it's because I wanted to get like a really high quality, high grade grapeseed oil, and I could have just got an organic. Like, see how it comes out like almost clear? It's like got a little bit of greenish, but it's actually almost clear. And so like I'm putting a lot of product into this right now. And I'm going to turn this down, because it doesn't need to be that hot to melt the coconut oil. And I got it filled pretty much to the top now, or to this. Here, I'm going to take this over here. Like, this grapeseed oil was extremely high quality, so the color of it's not as green as you would expect to see from like one from your grocery store or something. So that's the reason why this is so clear compared to like your other grapeseed oils. But you see where I got it filled up to? It's pretty much to the top right there right now. Alright, and I could put a little bit more in there so I get some more out of it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a whole jar of this, because it'll help for a lot of other rashes too. Like, this will help with like eczema. I can't even honestly remember how to pronounce this rash that I'm treating right now, because the only time I ever heard of anybody even having it was when my aunt had it. My great aunt had it, and so I just like made her something that I know will work for the majority of rashes. This should even help with like herpes simplex. I would like to say like a more severe version of herpes is like shingles. It would help with that, but I've never actually used it on a person that has that. But this will treat eczema, and it will like make the person not even know they got it going on, and it'll go away really fast when they have their breakouts. And yeah, just a lot of skin conditions. It's gonna be really good for that. So we're gonna let this cook down a little bit. I got my wooden spoon now, so since it's hot and the beeswax is in there and the coconut oil and everything, I'm gonna start spinning it around a little bit to get it melted. Yeah, and if you want, since I'm making this big of a jar, I can sell you some if you would like, because if not, you're gonna end up spending a lot more money for the ingredients to buy it, and You probably won't need that much of it. Like my aunt, I made her a whole jar of it, and she didn't need very much of it. And the only size jars that I got is the only reason, like, I made her a whole jar of it. Like, I made her a jar like this size, and she only needed like just this, it's like skimming off of the top basically how much she ended up needing. Because she used it with, like, the first day she used one application the first day, the second day 2 applications, and then every day after that just 1 application for a week. And since I used this coconut oil in it, we after we put it on, we let it sit on her for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we just wiped it off with a dry rag so she didn't look all greasy because of the coconut oil, because we didn't want it to, like, cause acne or anything, but we wanted her to get the medicine, and so we just dabbed it down. Alright, and so we're going to let that melt down a little bit more, and I'm going to bring you back over here. Alright. Okay. And you don't have to use gloves. I just use gloves because I'm used to, like, whenever I make something, people end up buying it from me, usually. Or I end up using it on massage clients. And so I, just keep that standard of really taking care of the people I'm working with, or working for, I should say. People I'm working for, I make sure that they are taken care of so that they can receive the best quality that they can. Alright. Yep. And this is the best deal I found on the coconut oil, was this brand here. Because all the rest of them for this was, like, way more expensive. You can end up, like, spending a lot more money than you want to spend on something like this. Where's my jars? Alright, and I got, these are 4-ounce jars here. And so we'll be using 4-ounce jars for this. Not this one. But, because I need to clean that now that I blew in it. But, yeah, we got 4-ounce jars. And I got the lids to go with the jars. And I can't remember what company I went through to get these jars, but they weren't too bad. I think they were like $1 or so a piece for the jars. And then I got little lids for them as well. And so I'm gonna move this stuff. I'm gonna move actually this over and clear some space. I don't know, like when I originally bought my ingredients, I think I spent, like, just so that I could start making stuff, like, I think I spent about $1,000, but I had a few more ingredients than just the ones that are for this, except I didn't have jojoba oil at the time, or the vitamin E oil, which is gonna make a, like, drastic difference on how good this is. So, yep. Alright, it's really starting to look good. It's 1:11, you guys. Look at this. First time I looked at the clock in a while. 1:11. synchronized. Alright. It's almost there, but it's still got a little ways to go. So, I would just cancel this or stop the video and then start it up when I'm done, but I don't know how to edit my videos, and I don't have like a software for it on my phone. I'm pretty sure I could figure it out, but I'm not going to take that extra time to do it, so you just have to sit here and suffer with me through it for a little bit. If you want, you can fast forward this to the future. You can fast forward it from here, because I'm just sitting here waiting. And then we'll get into adding the essential oils. We always do that last. Alright, I'm going to add a little mat so I don't put the hot glass directly on the table here. I don't honestly know if that makes a difference. It's just something I prefer to do in my kitchen, and then I usually use a pot holder to grab the jar because it might be hot right after it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use the pot holder because I got some strong hands. And I mean, this doesn't really take that long to do it, to make your stuff. Like, I have to clean the dishes afterwards that I use. And before I used this, I had to clean up some of my other dishes because I had some lotions made in them. But that doesn't take that long. It's almost there. It's getting close. You want it all the way melted down before you use it. And it's going to be really hot. I like to put it in the refrigerator after it's done so that it'll cool and put it in, get it in a cream first, or so to get it in a cream faster, but that's absolutely not necessarily. It will turn into a cream at room temperature because of the amount of coconut oil and beeswax used in the product. It'll like solidify. And I'll actually take a picture of the creams that I make today, or the cream that I make today, the topical I should say that I make today. I'll take a picture of it, but then so it'll be posted tomorrow, the picture in the comments, but I'll send you a picture of what the first one looked like so that you can see that. And it was made for my aunt, and it was almost the same thing except missing 2 ingredients, and the 2 ingredients that I'm adding are like extremely high quality, and like they're good. They're really good for your skin. Like vitamin E oil is going to really help you heal and recover and look younger, make you feel younger. It's a amazing product, and the jojoba oil is going to carry this in deeper. It's going to carry all the ingredients, like 6 layers of skin deeper instantly, and so that'll really help activating the healing benefits of the essential oils and the beeswax and everything else that's in this product. And the reason you want it melted all the way is so that you don't have anything like that's what do you call it, you don't have anything that's like too waxy, because if you add too much wax to it, you'll basically have little chunks of wax at the end of it, and you have to really rub them in your skin a bunch. And if you do it just right, you get like the perfect amount, and it's just like smooth on, like nice. And it'll just have a nice little sheen to you, and it's not really that greasy. Coconut oil is kind of greasy, so this is a greasier lotion per se, or because if I was to use this in a massage on someone, you know, it would leave them a little bit shiny afterwards. But most of my massage clients will take a shower or bath, you know, every day, so it only lasts for so long. Yeah. Alright, we are there. Alright. It's there, you guys. Woo! Alright. Kind of hot. As you can see, it's all melted. All the way melted. And now we're gonna add bentonite clay here. And this little measuring cup here, I honestly don't know what size it is. It doesn't even say on here. Sorry if it did. It says 20 cc at the bottom. I don't know if that, I don't know what that means. But it doesn't take much bentonite clay at all. Alright, because this is gonna thicken it up, and it's gonna add the benefits of the bentonite clay. And so I used probably a quarter of whatever size cup this is in there. And yeah, turn my stove off. We're gonna mix this up in it. And this is gonna make it a lot darker. And you're gonna wanna mix this really good. Alright. And this is like the smallest jar that I can order of bentonite clay online. At the time, at least, when I was looking. Because I couldn't find it anywhere in the stores near me. So, yeah. Alright, and I'm just going to give it a look and kind of see, because I know what the color should look like. For what I want it to be. See, that's darker now. And looks like it can use a little bit more stirring. I think I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny little bit more in. Alright, this tiny little bit, just like a pinch more in it. And bentonite clay is great. Like if you're if you ever get stung by a bee or something like that, or bug bites, bentonite clay works so fast on relieving the pain. You can just like spit on it and put some clay right there. And you don't even actually need to spit on it. You can just put some of the dry clay right on your bee stings. I've done that before, and oh, it works great. Alright, so we got this mixed up pretty nice here. Alright, now we're going to get into the essential oils. Alrighty, and I'll let you see what this looks like. This is beautiful. Now that is medicine. Hold on, let's see. I can see at the bottom of this better, it looks like. Oh no, that looks pretty good. It's all broken up in there. Alright, we're going to start out with the rosemary. And for a jar this size, we're going to use about 20 drops. Alright. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. That's what's going on. I'm pretty much out of this stuff here. So, I'm going to open the lid. Yeah, I've been using rosemary quite a bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. Alright, if we can get one more out of there, we'll have 20. Alright, here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. This is the last drop. Alright, 20. And that's it for the rosemary. It's done, you guys. That's all I have. So now, you can trash that. Alright, we're going to use the eucalyptus. And I'm going to use about 15 drops of this. Or for this size jar, actually, we're going to use about 20. Again, 15 to 20. Alright, we went with 20 and gave us a couple extra more there at the end. It looked like 3. So that's alright. And, so we're going to go with the lavender. Now I'm probably going to go with about 30 to like, I don't know, 30 to 40 drops of lavender. Alright, so we added 40 drops of the lavender. Now the clove. This is one of the ingredients I use more of in here. So we'll give it, let's do 50. And this is kind of running low. We might not be able to get that out of it. Now there's more in there than that. It's just really not coming out. I'm going to pour all of this in here because it is kind of running low, so this is going to be the rest of this bottle. Alright. As you can see, it kind of poured out there quick. I don't know if it's going to be 50 drops or not. But clove is important in this recipe. Yep. Definitely gonna have to get some more ingredients now, because this is one of my favorite ingredients. I use it for my toothpaste, my deodorants that I make. I make lots of products. I make toothpaste, deodorant, lots of different lotions for different conditions people are going through. Yeah, so that's the main things in different types of deodorants. And now the frankincense. Now this is the main ingredient, like out of the essential oils. So, all right, and I'm gonna use like this. If I could get this whole dripper to load up, because this dripper doesn't. It's okay. Yeah, I'll be able to get it. I'm gonna use a whole dripper from this big jar in there, and I have honestly no idea how many drops that is. Probably like 80 to 100 drops or something for this dripper. All right. You gotta kind of tap it. You gotta kind of tap it down. Hey, Dad.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, just making this video. Alright, so tap that down. Got the whole dripper in there. Now we're gonna use myrrh. Myrrh and frankincense used together increase each other's medicinal benefits. Alright, so I'm gonna use like 3 of these. Actually, I'm going to use about 5 of these, because frankincense and myrrh are like really good together. 4. And it's filled up, here I want to show you, filled up to there every time. Alright, so that's frankincense and myrrh. Alright. Not gonna give it a stir yet, and I'm gonna use a whole thing of Lang Lang, whole squirter, and this squirter is the same size as the frankincense squirter. And so since I'm like tipping it down and flipping it over each time, it's actually like 5 or 6 regular squirters if you were just doing it regularly. Alright, that's full. So that's about 5 of those. Woo. Got some splish and splashing going on, you guys. Alright. To be honest, I kind of wish I had a little bit more clove, because we'll see when it stirs up. Alright, now I'm going to use the jojoba oil. I'm just going to use a whole thing of jojoba oil in there, because it's really good, and it's like carrier quality status. So we're going to use a whole squirter of jojoba oil. You can use more jojoba oil if you wanted to. It's not going to hurt it. It's not going to hurt you. And I don't know if I showed you this. And I don't know if I showed you all of the ingredients, but they're all organic and therapeutic grade. Like everything is the highest quality. And this doesn't have a dripper, so we're just going to take a little squirt because this is really strong. Just need a little squirt in there. Alright. Vitamin E oil. And then we're going to mix it all up. Let's give it a smell. Yeah, this smells more like Lang Lang, so To be honest, maybe I used like the first time, because I've bought like 3 or 4 bottles of clove since then. I probably used about a half a bottle of clove originally, in the mix, or a quarter of a bottle or so in the mix. So I used a lot of clove in there, and that was the like overwhelming smell. Alright. Yeah, I can smell clove in here a little bit, but I would like it stronger. Alright, now